Imagine this: a futuristic stainless steel beast, all sharp angles and unapologetic presence, rolling across a dusty battlefield. Its bullet-resistant panels glint under the sun. Its windows shrug off small arms fire. And somewhere in the chaos, American forces are staring it down, not as a trophy of innovation, but as a threat. Now picture this: the United States Air Force is preparing to buy not one, but two Tesla Cybertrucks. Not to drive, not to parade, but to destroy. Yes, you heard that right. These cutting-edge electric trucks, hyped as apocalypse-proof, are about to become target practice for some of the most advanced, precision-guided weapons in the American arsenal. And the reason? Because the military believes there's a real possibility that future enemies could be driving them. Why the Air Force wants Cybertrucks in its crosshairs? According to newly surfaced contracting documents, the Air Force Test Center, known as AFTC, is on the hunt for 33 target vehicles. These will be delivered to the legendary White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico, a sprawling test site run by the U.S. Army, but heavily used by the Air Force. Among the sedans, pickups, bongo trucks, and SUVs on the list, only two stand out as brand-specific: the Tesla Cybertrucks. The rest? No name-brand requirements. But for these two, the Air Force is crystal clear: they must be Teslas. Why? Because the military's Standoff Precision Guided Munitions Program, or SOPGM, needs to train for the real world. And in that real world, the Pentagon believes adversaries could soon be rolling into combat zones in Cybertrucks, the weapons they'll face. SOPGM isn't just any training program. It's the domain of U.S. Special Operations Command, SOCOM. And it covers some of the deadliest precision weapons in the American inventory. We're talking about multiple variants of the AGM-144 Hellfire missile, the AGM-176 Griffin, the GBU-69B Small Glide Munition, and the GBU-39ME-B Laser Small Diameter Bomb. These aren't weapons you fire for fun. They're designed to obliterate high-value targets from a distance with pinpoint accuracy. And soon, two Cybertrucks will be on the receiving end. The sole source justification. The Air Force isn't just picking Cybertrucks on a whim. The purchase requires a formal sole source justification, essentially a legal explanation for why only Tesla's truck will do. The justification document, dated the 13th of February 2025, lays it out. The Cybertruck's aggressively angular, futuristic design and unpainted stainless steel exoskeleton make it unlike anything else on the market. Its 48-volt electrical architecture offers superior power and efficiency, a feature competitors are only beginning to explore. No other vehicle matches its combination of design, materials, and impact resistance. In other words, if the Air Force wants to train for a future where enemies might be driving these, they need the real thing, the enemy of the future. Here's where it gets even more intriguing, and a little unsettling. The document states that in certain operating theaters, it's likely that enemy forces may transition to Tesla Cybertrucks. Why? Because they've been found to withstand more damage than expected in major impacts. That means in a real-world firefight, these trucks could keep moving, or at least keep shielding their occupants, longer than conventional vehicles. And that's a problem the Air Force wants to solve before it happens. Tesla's silence. The Air Force isn't saying exactly which enemies it has in mind. And Tesla? Well, Tesla hasn't had a public relations department for years. The company's investor relations team has been contacted for comment, but so far, silence. As of this spring, An estimated 46,000 Cybertrucks have been sold, though the exact number is murky. Right now, Tesla only sells them in North America, but some have made their way overseas. In April, Tesla announced plans to start direct sales in Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Qatar before the year's end. Why the concern? Without more context, it's hard to pinpoint why the Pentagon thinks adversaries might adopt Cybertrucks. But history offers clues. SOCOM's precision-guided munitions have often been used against terrorists and militants in the Middle East, South and Central Asia, and parts of Africa, many of them traveling in rugged civilian vehicles. If a future militant group decided to upgrade to something tougher, faster, and more intimidating, the Cybertruck could be an obvious choice. The Cybertruck's reputation. When Tesla unveiled the Cybertruck in 2019, it made headlines for its bullet-resistant windows and side panels. The company demonstrated that it could stop subsonic pistol-caliber rounds. Elon Musk himself called it apocalypse-proof. But the truck's journey hasn't been smooth. It's faced recalls, criticism over build quality, safety concerns, and questions about its real-world performance. And despite the hype, there have been reports of slowing sales in 2025. From civilian streets to military speculation. The idea of a militarized Cybertruck isn't new. Analysts have already floated the concept of an uncrewed, armored version for military use. Several companies now offer aftermarket armor kits and tactical upgrades aimed at law enforcement, military, and private security buyers. Some police forces have already bought them, including the Dubai Police. Earlier this year, the U.S. State Department briefly considered purchasing Cybertrucks before shelving the plan. Cybertrucks in conflict zones. Last year, Ramzan Kadyrov, the controversial leader of Russia's Chechen Republic, showed off several Cybertrucks fitted with 12.7mm machine guns. He claimed to have sent them to the front lines in Ukraine. How he obtained them remains unclear, especially given U.S. sanctions. Later, he alleged that Tesla remotely disabled at least one of them, training for the worst-case scenario. For the Air Force, the logic is straightforward. If there's even a chance that American troops could face Cybertrucks in combat, they need to know exactly how to destroy them. That means testing missiles, bombs, and tactics against the real thing. Not a mock-up, not a similar-looking truck, but the genuine article. And so, 2 Cybertrucks will soon find themselves at White Sands Missile Range, lined up in the desert, waiting for the moment when the sky lights up and the first missile streaks toward them. The bigger picture. This isn't just about 2 trucks. It's about the military's constant push to anticipate threats before they appear. Whether it's drones, armored SUVs, or now electric trucks with stainless steel armor, the battlefield is evolving. And the U.S. military intends to evolve with it, even if that means blowing up vehicles that, in another life, might have been parked in a Silicon Valley driveway. The desert wind will carry the echoes of the blast. Stainless steel shards glinting under a merciless sun. If the enemy's next ride is a fortress on wheels, the Air Force will make sure it's reduced to nothing but smoking wreckage before it ever reaches our troops. But somewhere, beyond the test range and the headlines, the future is already rolling toward us, and it might just have a stainless steel skin. When that day comes, will we be ready?